Oh, I see you. All right, thanks for all your help tonight.
You're
It
welcome.
takes a village. It really does. So I appreciate you all. Thanks everybody for being on. Nice to see you. I'm Marisa. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and the weather is starting to change, and that makes me so happy. Just got back from Canada. We had an incredible time in Canada this past weekend. The team's on fire. Lots of or lots of enrollments, hopefully rank advancements. And anyway, everything is good. Everybody's in action. So I'm really grateful for that. Just got back last night. So we're going to get started tonight on, this is one of my favorite, they're all my favorite habits, I swear, because you have to master or we work on improving ourselves daily. And these habits are so critically important for how we show up in our life. So the fifth habit is seek first to understand, then to be understood. We'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to let Dawn talk a little bit. I'm going to make it big. There we go. And Dawn's going to share a little bit, and then I'll get started with the actual training. So go ahead, Dawn, and I'll follow you.
Well, good evening, you guys. So excited to see so many of you here. We are talking again tonight about the habits of highly effective people, the 7 habits of highly effective people. And the habit tonight is habit number 5. If you can advance the screen.
I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Just push your right arrow.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. So tonight is the habit number 5, but before we get there, let's talk about the League of Leaders. So Marisa and I got to go to corporate along with everybody else here in this photo back in July for a special training. And it was covering the 7 habits of highly effective people and how we can use that in our business. So just to let you know, with the people photographed here, we've talked about this every single week, but think about these success stats. 202 years combined experience with LifeVantage. That is phenomenal. $571,999,119 in volume generated. That is a lot of product that has hit the marketplace with a $30 million plus earnings with LifeVantage. So that just goes to show you that anything is possible. With us people combined, we've been able to do just a lot of powerful things. The 7 habits promise: by living the 7 habits, you will become profoundly more effective in the things that matter most to you in your work and personal life. Personally, I've learned and grown a lot having taken this training 2 times now. But Marisa, will you share with us habit number 5, seek first to understand and then to be understood? Like, who couldn't use more of this habit?
For sure. And most people listen with the intent to reply, not to understand. I know I have done that. I'm trying to get better and better on really listening intently to people. I almost sometimes play a game with myself to just zip the lip and let people and just watch and observe people and just listen to them and really have fun asking questions and diving deep. And in our business, the more we understand someone's health goals, their financial dreams, their pain points, the more trust that we build. And really, that's the better way that we can serve. So for me, habit 5 is just beautiful, because in network marketing, we are not about convincing people. We are about connecting and building real relationships. So seek first to understand, then to be understood. Habit 5 is truly listening to others, honoring their perspectives. It's also about having the courage to respectfully say what we think and we feel. And people can tell if you're being, contriving or manipulative, right? We don't want to be manipulative by, letting them talk. We want to be real and authentic, and people can see authenticity. They can feel it. They can feel it by your body language, by your eye contact. So if you're not, if you're just, that's not, people can see right through that, right? So we really want to, just like we ask if you can have the cameras on, you do. We understand some people are at work, they can't, or there's situations they can't. But I'm just saying, when you're out there and you're talking to people, you really want to have, you really want to lean in, right? So most people don't listen with intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. I love this video they shared with us in Salt Lake when we did the League of Leaders. Take a moment here. You'll listen to Stephen Covey, and then this is a scenario of a mom talking to her son who actually wants to quit school. So think about that. How would you reply if your son comes home from school and he says, you know what, I just don't learn. I don't need to learn. I'm playing games on my TV and with my video games. And I just, math is boring to me. I'm not going to need y plus x equals this. I'm not going to need that in my life. What would most parents do? Right? If your kid came home from school and said that, well, take a look at this.
Too often, we listen to others with the intent to reply. Empathic listening is an altogether different way of being. It is listening with the intent to understand, with the intent to get to the bottom of an issue. It's one of the most important habits any leader can practice. It's the key to effective results in interpersonal relationships, in teams, and in organizations. When we listen empathically, we try to understand the other's point of view with no judgment, with no preconceived end in mind. We simply seek to understand. We temporarily suspend our view long enough to see the world through their eyes. Only people who are secure enough with themselves, those with a firm grasp of the private victory, have the capacity to listen in this way. It's important to note that empathic listening is not about agreeing or disagreeing. It's not about solving or fixing or figuring someone out. It's simply about understanding another's point of view and feelings. Watch what happens when you listen with the sole intent to understand.
Doing your homework?
What's the point? I'll never use it.
Sounds like you're frustrated.
I'm just sick of school. It's pointless. I mean, look at Joe. He dropped out of school, has a full-time job, has his own car, his own apartment, and I'm stuck here trying to decipher some ancient Greek play no one even cares about.
So you think Joe's got it better?
I mean, Joe's always bragging about how much better his life is now that he doesn't have to worry about teachers bossing him around or everyone telling him what to do.
Joe's got a lot of freedom.
Yeah, I mean, at least he's doing something. He has to work late nights, so he can't hang out with us as much or go to the games, but at least he's going somewhere.
So he's missing out on a lot, but at least he's moving forward.
I just can't get this stuff. Dad's gonna kill me. You won't tell him, will you?
You're worried about what Dad'll think?
It's just he always talks about how education is important and how he expects me to go to college, but how can I do that if I can't do this?
So you're worried that if you don't understand this, then you won't get it in college either.
I know I can't. They gave me a reading test, right? On the reading test, I scored on the 9th grade level, Mom. The 9th grade. I'm a senior.
And that worried you.
No matter what I do, I just don't get it. And I know Dad will know that I'm flunking out. I don't want to quit school, but I don't know any way out.
You don't want to drop out of school, and you don't want to disappoint Dad.
Right. So what will I do?
I'm not sure. But I'm sure we can figure things out.
All you need to do is reflect what they feel and say in your own words. And because it's so simple, we often underestimate its power. If you don't believe me, just try it tonight with someone important to you. Just simply reflect what they feel and say in your own words. Remember now, listen with the intent to understand, not to reply. It's the key to opening up people's hearts and getting to the real issue.
Oh, that makes me have tears almost. I don't know about you guys, but it really does. And it, it opens hearts and it opens connection, it opens communication. So how do we apply that to our Life Vantage business? Well, I've got some customer examples for you tonight. I also have some consultant examples for you tonight. And so let's talk about collagen. How many times have you, put one in the chat, people say, oh, I've tried other collagens before and they don't work. Or I've got a collagen, I'm doing that powder collagen, and what do we want to say? Well, ours is clinically proven and absorbs better and activates your own and you'll love it, right? That's the old way. That's the old way. So what would be a new way, a new habit 5 way? Well, I hear you've tried collagen before, and what were you hoping that it would do for you? What felt disappointing about the others? Or, a lot of people say, well, I take it, I don't really notice anything. So you could say, what have you noticed? What are your health goals? Because you could uncover some goals that maybe it is about skin, hair, and nails for them, or maybe they're having joint pain. And so now you can share the benefits from what our collagen does, our true science activating collagen. So you're not just dumping our product on them, you're actually giving them value. You're just listening and you're asking questions. You're making it about them. So I think that's really important, okay? So what about, oh, this seems expensive? Well, how many times, I know I've said this, expensive to what? Your health? I know I've said that a lot. And or it's worth it. You can't put a price on your health. That's kind of an old way. So what you want to try to do is, I understand. Well, what are you currently spending on your health goals or your supplements? What are you spending currently on them? Or what are you taking? And then ask people, well, what matters most to you about your health and wellness? What matters most? What are you looking for? And, if they're telling you they want more energy and they just want to have better focus, wow, I'm thinking a good start could be Protandim Nrf2 and the Axio. Maybe it's not the collagen for them right there at that time, especially when they're saying it's expensive, right? And then, of course, obviously, once in a while, you might say, well, if you fall in love with these, maybe you'd want to share them and get your products paid for. We can always talk about that a little bit later. But let's get you started. Let's get you feeling better and having more energy and more clarity and focus. So that's how you can position, the Life Vantage products. So here's another one. I don't think that the GLP-1 works. Okay. Well, you could say, well, it absolutely works. We've got amazing science and results to back that up. You just have to try it. Okay, so now I'm in this defensive mode and this convincing mode, and it can really make a person feel dismissed and they can feel pressure, right? So we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. So you want to seek to understand their needs first. So I hear you. What can I ask? What have you heard? Or what's making you feel that way? Okay. When you think of something working, what results are you actually looking for? So then you can kind of get into a dialogue with them and you might discover some things about them. Maybe they tried a synthetic GLP-1. Maybe they're expecting quicker results. And maybe they don't know that it's a activator, a plant-based activator that's not a drug and works slow because it's activating this beautiful hormone that speaks to our entire body. So once you understand that, you could say something along, well, thanks for sharing that. What I've learned, right? I'm hearing you, how you feel. But what I've learned, our GLP-1 is actually a natural activator that's very safe, and it has steady results and it has no side effects from the injections, from what synthetics can do. Now, everybody's results are different. Some people respond to this quicker, and some people it takes longer. But we actually have a guide that can help you optimize this system. And personally, you guys, I love getting people activated on our cellular activation product like Protandim and collagen a little bit before I introduce that GLP-1. If they want to buy that GLP-1 with the collagen Protandim, I invite them to do that. I just tell them to wait a little bit, like maybe a couple weeks. They appreciate that. And I find that when the cells are clean, they are more receptive for all the other beautiful benefits. I love the GLP-1. So I love it for what it's doing for the brain and the heart. So then you can share a little bit more about what it's doing for the entire system. And you might even discover by asking questions, are they drinking enough water? You know, ask them about that. Or are they moving their body? Are they getting to the gym or lifting weights a couple days a week? Are they doing some cardio? How's their sugar? You know, because all of that, when you dive deep into people and you take time, you will discover some definitely some things. So, you know, I always say objections are opportunities to actually have a deeper conversation and to have, you know, invite them, use a tool, seek first to understand. So here's some real life consultants. How many times, put a 2 in the chat, if you've heard, I'm not a salesperson, I can't stand sales, I don't think I can do what you do, right? There's a lot of you, right? There's a lot of us. Well, number one, I'm going off, but I want to say anybody who's got a business is a salesperson, period, right? If they're an entrepreneur, but that's not what you're going to say. So when they say I'm not a salesperson, I don't think I can do what you do. It's just leaning in. I understand. What does being salesy mean to you? Oh my gosh, you know, like pressure, wanting me to buy this product. So remember, we're about stories, we're about connections, we're about leaning in and finding people's pain or what their passions are, right? Or what their goals are. Then you can say, well, it sounds like there might be a negative experience. I think we all have had a negative experience with somebody in sales. What has been yours? You know, and they might just want to talk about that. And you want to lean in and listen. And by listening, that you learn their fear is rejection, right? Put a 3 in the chat if you fear rejection. We say go for no. Just get that book and go for no and read it. And that means you're getting closer for your yeses. So what I love about LifeVantage, and you could share this, is that we focus on stories, on serving, on building community. A lot of people, you know, invite them to be on a Monday motivational call. We're not necessarily about pushing products. And I would say, you know, nobody really wants to be sold to. I totally get that. So what happened? You know, just make it simple. What happened? It sounds like you had a really negative experience, or somebody else, maybe it was another network marketing company and they just didn't have the refinement that LifeVantage consultants have. Okay. All right. So I can't be consistent. I just can't seem to stay consistent. Now, I can see that this is a big real life example, I think, for a lot of people. So I would just say the old way is, you just need to plan your time better and your calendar, and, you know, show me your calendar and I'll show you your business. Well, that's not really heartfelt, and it's not really empathetic, you know, thinking about how you can help somebody. So I hear you. What do you feel is getting in the way of your consistency? Because everybody's got a story with that, right? Is it your time? Is it your confidence? Or is it just simply not knowing what to do? So if it's time, you can help with scheduling. Hey, if it's time, let's work, because a lot of people have full-time jobs, right? And they fit this in, but let's find a little time in your day, because let me say this, you guys, people want something to change in their life, they'll find that time, right? So just have that be empathetic and say, if it's time, help with them with the scheduling. If it's confidence, get on a coaching call with them, role play some conversations. And then if it's they need to know, everybody thinks they need to know everything when they start. Well, we teach, you don't have to know anything, just give them a tool, right? It could be a video, it could be a 3-way messenger chat. I just did that with Joanne Shear last week and someone. It could be a Zoom, but it's taking it off you so that you're getting the knowledge by giving a tool as well. So this allows you to meet people where they are by just asking questions. And it makes them, wow, she really cares about me. She really wants me to be successful in this business. How many times have you heard, I don't have time for this right now? Okay, so I don't have time for this now. Well, everyone's busy, but the ones who succeed are the ones who prioritize this business. So the timing's perfect, don't miss out. That would be the old way, okay? So this makes it sound a little pushy and a little, makes people feel, that sense of urgency can make people feel a little anxious, right? And so they feel pressured, they feel judged, they feel, maybe I'm letting that mentor down. And we don't want that ever. We don't want that ever. So I hear you. Now, can I ask what in your life is taking most of your time? Discover, care, what's in their life that's taking time out of their life. And then maybe say, hey, if you had that time freedom, what would that mean for you and your family? Gosh, it sounds like you really could use a little time. I know I can, that's why I started doing this, but what attracted you to this business in the first place? Take them back to their why. I know, Michelle, we were talking about today on our mastermind, peeling the layers back. I have such a visual of that when I first started. Maria Williams would say, to really understand people's why, you gotta peel the layers. You just don't take one answer for the why. What does that look like? What does it feel like? Where would you go? Who would you be with? Smell it, taste it. What does it smell like? What does it feel like on your skin? Are you on the beach? Like, what is it? So you start getting them to think about why, because we all have these dreams, you guys. We all have these dreams when we start LifeVantage, and they're not just dreams. You can make a reality out of this. But yes, it takes consistency, and it takes showing up, and it takes a little bit of time. But not everybody has, a big chunk of window. But if they have, listen, some of the most successful CEOs in the world, they spend maybe an hour and a half on their business a day because they're very focused and they get stuff done in maybe 90 minutes. So by listening to people, you discover what's going on with their family. Are they working multiple jobs to make ends meet? Are they unsure? And this is what I would say, many are just unsure of what steps to take in the business. So you can thank them for sharing that. You can say the beauty of LifeVantage is that it can fit into the nooks and crannies of your life. And sometimes it just takes one conversation a day. One person can change your life. And it's so fun to partner with somebody that gets it, that you know and you like and you care about. And this business can help you create those dreams over time. It just takes consistency. So I love that one. I love that one because I think everybody always talks about the time thing. And then I can't afford events. Well, how many times, maybe put a 5 in the chat here, have you said, well, they're not negotiable. Events are not negotiable. I can raise my hand a lot of times here. And I may still say that because, we would say you got to make it happen. You have to have it. You have to get there. Events are non-negotiable if you want to be successful in this business. Okay, that's getting right to the point, right? But we came across a little pushy. We kind of made people feel a little guilty and they don't feel heard and money might be tight, okay? So now they're feeling a little more stressed. So you could just say, I can't afford to go to the events, and you could say, I hear you. Can I ask, what's the biggest barrier for you right now? Is it the ticket? Is it the travel? Is it the hotel, the time off from work? It could be all the above, right? And what would attending this event give you that you're hoping for in your business? You know, how do you usually decide what's worth investing in? So once you're really gonna have to ask a lot of questions here. Like, you're gonna have to have those conversations. They're not always easy, you guys, to seek and then to be understood, to seek to understand, then to be understood. It's not always easy. I'm not telling you, I'm not sugarcoating this. These are skills that we have to keep practicing over and over. And so once you understand where they are, and let's gently reframe this. If it's ticket cost, totally get it. Some people on our team have they're driving, they have rooms that they're sharing. I know Michelle says they've slept in a bathtub one time. You know, we just, like, people shack up. And I could connect you with those people that, you know, have ride shares, they're gonna be driving with so-and-so, and they've got some hotel rooms or whatever. If it's time, what if you could walk away with the tools to create more time freedom? I mean, sometimes it is a little bit of a sacrifice, right? We know that. But would that feel worth exploring? If that you walked away with tools at this convention that could create this channel for more freedom for you, for time freedom, would that be worth exploring? Would it be worth exploring? That's good. And then if it's doubt, thank you for sharing that. Thank them always for sharing what's on their heart. You know, and for me, belief is where, you know, at events, this is where belief is built. And I would not have been consistent without going to the event. Easily, I could have just bought that box of products. 2 weeks later was global. I could have easily not gone. Had I not gone, I would not know you all. I would not be a part of this incredible mission. So the events are life-changing. And I know there's a lot of people on this call they will definitely feel the same way that I feel. So when we listen first, people feel respected. They feel supported. They don't feel pressured. And that's when you can come up with ways to really help people, okay? So we don't want to convince, we don't want to push people. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. So here's what you do. You communicate effectively with, the paradigm shift is to communicate effectively. I have to understand you first, right? Then I'm going to practice. I'm going to listen empathetically. I'm going to respectfully seek to be understood. That's the do, see, do, get. And the results will be a deeper understanding and connection with others, increased trust, effective communication. It's about respect, about taking the time. It is about respect and taking the time to understand people before we try to be understood, and communicating our thoughts and feelings. I love this quote: when we really deeply understand each other, we open the door to creative solutions. Our differences are no longer stumbling blocks to communication and progress. Instead, they become the stepping stones to synergy. So with that, I love that fifth habit, and it all will flow up into synergizing. And that synergy is what habit 6 is all going to be about. We've talked about habit 1, you're in charge. And it's the paradigm shift. It's all of the things, the vision, the day to day in. Isa we talked about the day in, the focus, day out, moment by moment, doing it. Habit 4, looking for ways that everyone can win. Seek win-win. So you want to stay focused. You want to have a win-win attitude, and then seeking first to understand, then to be understood. So I hope you really liked all of that. Dawn, I don't know if you want to share a little bit on any of this. I'm happy to go over it, but I'm happy for you to share as well.
It is up to you. I can grab a couple, and then if you want to close us out.
Sure.
So as you know, tonight is September 29th. That means we have the rest of tonight. We're not done working yet. And tomorrow to close out September. Do not forget about this high-speed health pack opportunity. I just made a post in my team page with suggestions about reaching out to current customers, disengaged customers, looking for new consultants. and encouraging them to upgrade on a pack that maybe even is the products that first introduced them to LifeVantage. So you're going to have over $170 savings on this pack. Just $200 to get all this product. You need to be shouting this from the rooftops, not only reaching out to those previous customers or current customers and consultants to re-engage, but reaching out to new people to start a business for $200 is just incredible. Next slide. So the September promotion for every 3 personally enrolled consultants or reactivations of 200 SV, any consultant who hasn't purchased since June 1st, 2025, you'll unlock a $200 bonus. Earn it once, twice, or as many times as you can before September ends, which, like I said, you have tonight and tomorrow. The new or reactivated consultant must be on an active subscription as well. And here is the step-by-step. I'm sure you've seen this. If you don't have a copy of this, let us know. But this is how you're going to find that report.
Take a screenshot of this.
Yes, great idea. Get a screenshot of that. This is the step-by-step to how to find personally enrolled consultants and their last order. So this is going to show you how to find those disengaged consultants and help them to re-engage, get going on products again, and have the opportunity to earn that $200. And the Act Now enrollment incentive, this is a September promotion, so generate 500 in new SV to personally enrolled volume in September to earn your spot to be the first in line to pre-order P84 in the month of October. This is just for the US market, but I can tell you, I've got to talk just a little bit to a Love Biome consultant, and the transformations and the results that they have had on that P84, you guys, we are about to bring in some new powerful products to our product lineup. Just get excited. So let's show them who's earned the Act Now month to date. Look at all these people. Congratulations. I think we can absolutely fill up this second column before tomorrow night, though, don't you?
I do, absolutely. Let's make it happen. So final month of earning the Mexico trip that will be in December by enrolling 3 new consultants with at least 200 SV. You would have earned 600 SV points this month. And by doing that, but anything between 500 and 999, you're going to get 5 extra points. I'm thinking we might have a couple more Bahia Mita earners by the end of tomorrow night, hopefully. So, of course, you will get more points, 60 more points that can be earned for those that are executives that are or wanting to be and hold that executive title. Again, in November, by November and December, I hope I said that right, we'll get an additional 20 enrollment points if they get those for every, or maximum of 60 points, but for every 3 consultants they re-engage, they will get those points. Okay, is your name on here? Look. Love that we have a lot of names, but we could use a lot more. There's 23 more days until Momentum Academy in Dallas. And you guys, if you're on this call, try to make it there. Find a way, share with people, reach out. We'll try to find a way for you. Here are the earners for September so far for the Performance Club. And we have the beautiful, this was September, for September, and we have the beautiful Callista Poe, amazing, just like her mom and dad. And she is going to be diving into us and sharing her incredible, driven, results-oriented sales leadership techniques. She has such beautiful energy and confidence, and I'm just so excited to hear her. So for those that earn Performance Club this month, they will be delighted to hear this young lady. Like, anyone can do this business, whatever age, right? I love that. Special opportunity call next Tuesday night. We have Dr. Melody and Sean leading this opportunity call, and this is something you want to get everybody on. Dr. Melody Rodarte is on the Science Advisory Board. She's been voted Phoenix Top Doc numerous times. As you know, these people are magnificent, and you are going to want to have guests on that call. That will be at 7:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Central Time, and every time zone before and after. Okay? All right, everybody, save the date. These are the LifeVantage events for 2025 and 2026. Take a screenshot of this, please, because this is important that you know when we are having our convention so that you can plan your calendar. And all my days go around these events, right? So if I'm going to plan something, if I want to go on a family trip or something, I do it when it's not on those dates. And I will tell you, October 25th is my anniversary. So, but I'll be there. I'll be at convention. Okay, so thank you for being on here for the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I think that these trainings have been beautiful on so many levels and just helping elevate us personally and professionally. So thank you, everybody, for letting me share.
Thank you, Marisa. Hold on real quick, everybody. Tomorrow night, we have 2 big calls that you can be inviting customers, guests, consultants to. Dr. Sveta Silverman.
Yes.
Dr. Sveta Silverman, she's a surgical pathologist, specializes in breast cancer and a gazillion other things way beyond, and Dr. Melody. Tomorrow it is in Telegram, it's on Facebook. Just go look or ask your consultant. We're all here to help you. That's going to be powerful. That one is at 7 o'clock Central, and then at 8 o'clock Central, the beautiful Desiree Mamet is going to be doing an opportunity meeting. And those of you that know Des, you know, when she speaks, people listen. It is heart, it is knowledge, it is soul. It is like, people are like, okay, this whole talk tonight about listening, Des is the queen of that, making people feel seen and heard. And your guests, I promise you, they will get off tomorrow and they will want to be on these products. She has crazy, crazy stories, and they will likely also hear the impact of what this business has done for her and her family over all these years, and during her son going through cancer and all that, and what that's done and beyond. It has been a godsend to their family. So get people there. Trust me, write names down tonight. You've got to hear this girl. You've got to hear this girl. And then what else was I going to say? We are having a home meeting here in Sioux Falls if you're in the area on Thursday. What else am I missing? I was going to say one other thing. Anyway, I think that might be it. Maybe not. Sean? Last things? I know, we're 8 minutes over. Oh, I was going to say one other thing. Joanna Rice, are you there still? Yes, she is walking. I've been seeing you, sister. I've been seeing you working out, getting steps in. She had a powerful, let's close tonight out. Who wants to hear a powerful testimony? Anybody? As you close it out? Okay, let's listen to this powerful testimony that she just shared. Let's give a hallelujah, and this will inspire you to get people on these calls tomorrow. I promise you. Joanna, if you would please, she didn't know I was going to do this randomly, please.
Yes, I can share. Can you hear me okay with my earbuds, or do I need to switch?
You're okay. We can hear you.
All right. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Joanna, and my husband has stage 4 cancer. We've been through a whole bunch in the last 3 years. It was 3 years ago next month that he started with a headache that just wouldn't quit. And that's how we found the cancer had moved into his brain. Then he's been on and off various treatments throughout that time, over the last 2.5 years, that he has been on and off all sorts of different cancer treatments. The cancer continues to grow. And we're now like kind of in the last little bits of, we'll throw this treatment at it and see what happens. But the comment that his care team made when we were at our appointment last Friday was, your blood work is amazing. Typically, people that have gone through these various treatments, their blood work has a hard time bouncing back. And yours is great. Everything is within normal ranges on that. We also track his phase angle. For anyone who's not aware, the phase angle is kind of like the aliveness of your cells. We've been tracking that since he got that that re-diagnosis. And that is now for the first time back within normal levels as well. So yes, he still has cancer. Yes, the cancer is still growing, but his healthy cells are so happy. They're so happy. He is on the Tri-Synergizer, and he has made the statement to his oncology team, I don't care what you take me on or off, this one's non-negotiable.
Anybody have chills? Anybody have chills? Okay, Joanna, you are always a force. Every time that you speak, you radiate such love, conviction, just all knowing. And look at her. She's back out there. She's getting her steps again. That is energy. Who wants to have energy like that in life? Who wants to be attracted to people like that in life? Continue, you guys. We have to bring hope to the world. Hope for their health, hope for their finances, hope for, their mental health, right? It's not just physical health, it's also mental health. We need to help them with this beautiful community, recognizing people, seeing people. The whole thing is so important. And that's what we're here to do, is to bring hope and to bring life in all areas. And so find stories, connect people, and just stay plugged in. Stay plugged in, okay? This is how we hear these things. And the last thing before the Monday motivational calls, I did a live in One Person Big Difference last week. If you didn't see it, it's there. But just know Mondays at 11 o'clock Central in the morning, a.m., for 30 minutes only. It is a phone call. It's not a Zoom. You can be walking around with your phone. You can be walking, listening. You can be working, driving, whatever. It is only testimonies. It is only testimonies of these products and health. It is beautiful. We used to have these Monday morning calls for years, and they were an hour long, and we never missed them. And I always made a commitment to myself, and I will say this for you guys as well. If you can never make a Monday night call or these motivational ones, make a commitment to yourself that you're going to listen to it within 24 hours, ideally that same night. But if you can listen to it within 24 hours, because life just gets busy, and we know, trust me, I get it. But if you can just make sure that happens, because you're going to hear a story like Joanne just did. You're going to have a business tip. You're going to have all these different things. So I love you to pieces. I'm sorry we're over, but beautiful way to end it. Let's go bless the world. We love you. Okay. Tomorrow night, start inviting people. Go look in Telegram. Just scroll up a little bit in One Person Big Difference, or look on Facebook. Get people to Dr. Sveta, Melody, or Des. Huge opportunities. We love you. Mwah, so much. Thank you, Marisa and Dawn. You guys were incredible. So good. Thank you for serving us and blessing us. Big hugs. Love you. All of you. Good night.